It is a wonderful change of affairs that we went from like, where's Biden? Where's Biden? He's so old to like, where's Donald Trump really? All right, let's move on from that stuff. It's irrelevant. Let's not talk about that.
President Donald Trump. Mr. President, welcome back.
Thank you very much.
So,
thank you.
Your reaction to Governor Tim Waltz joining Kamala Harris to go against you and J.D. Vance?
He's a very liberal man, and he's a shocking pick, and I'm thrilled. I could not be more thrilled.
Yeah, I mean, when they selected him, it's really a gift for you because this election is all about the issues, and all of y'all have records. You've been the president. We know where the economy stood. We know what your record is. We know what Kamala Harris's record is, and we know what his record is, and they are extremely progressive. Talk about how you're going to handle this on the campaign trail. Will you just really hone in on how they voted in the past?
Well, I am. I'm going to be doing that. What he wants. If you look at his record with no walls, no security, let everybody in, he's worse than they are. You know, nobody knew how radical left she was, but he's a smarter version of her. If you want to know the truth, he's probably about the same as Bernie Sanders. He's probably more so than Bernie Sanders. She is more so than Bernie Sanders. That's got to be your guide, Bernie Sanders, and that's not a great guide. But there's never been a ticket like this. This is
amazing. They keep comparing Kamala Harris and Tim Waltz to demonstrably one of the most popular congresspersons historically. Like, bro, there are Fox News watchers that like Bernie. What are you talking about? Like, what do you mean?
This is a ticket that would want this country to go communist immediately, if not sooner. We want no security. We want no anything. He's very heavy into transgender. Anything transgender he thinks is great. And he's not where the country is on anything.
Mr. President,
this is a shocking. Let me tell you, this is a shocking pick, and I think it's very insulting to Jewish people, and I think it's very insulting to people that want security. I think it's very insulting to anything having to do with making America great again.
Mr. President, is it true that your team thought for sure that it was going to be Josh Shapiro? Because there was one reporter who was at a J.D. Vance event yesterday, and there were some flyers printed up talking about how J.D. Vance, rather about how Mr. Shapiro was a fraud and corrupt and a lying con man and stuff like that. So it sounds like you were ready to take on him.
That sounds like what you would say.
Well, look, I'm no big fan of Josh Shapiro. I know the state.
Bro, L after L. That's so funny. Why are you openly admitting?
Very well. I think we're leading pretty good in that state, but I would have said it would have been a better choice. I would have said others would have better choice. And interesting, just about all of them, except this one, is better than her. She is not nearly as good as the people she was looking at. I know them all in one form or another. And in fact, there was a poll done, and there were some studies done. She's the worst of the group, and she's the one that's leading it. Look at this decision. This is a really bad decision for the country. You know, ultimately, I want the country to have good decisions, because ultimately what we want is for the country to do well. The country can't do well with these two people. They're very similar, and you would have thought she would have reached out and got somebody that's got some different, because her record on security is horrible. She was a border czar, which she doesn't admit it now. You know, the only thing they have going is the media will play off all of the bad things that happened during her term. She was so bad that 5 weeks ago they wanted to remove her because she was unthinkable to be president. They were going to go with anyone. And then they were afraid that they would offend people if they did that.
What are you? He's just making up so many stories. It's awesome. Bro, I don't think this is a compelling narrative. I don't think this is a compelling narrative at all. He's just freestyling about shit that didn't happen.
All of the media is so they're trying to build her up to the next Margaret Thatcher liberal version, and I don't believe it's going to happen. I hear she's hasn't taken one interview. She would never do an interview like this. That I can guarantee with any network. She doesn't do interviews because she can't answer questions. I don't know how she debates. I heard she's sort of a nasty person, but not a good a good debater, but we'll see because we'll be debating her, I guess, in the pretty near future. It's going to be announced fairly soon, but we'll be debating her. I'd like to see it on Fox, by the way. I would like to see it. My preference would be Fox, but we have to debate.
Do you have an announcement, Mr. Are you working stuff out behind the scenes? Because we haven't heard about it yet.
No, but I can tell you every network loves me very much right.
He was so thrilled about Waltz that he was up all night posting about it. Why are the comments so anti-Trump? What is going on? This is a Fox News YouTube video.
But, on the
look,
debate,
the most important thing is we get debate. I think debates are very important, and I think she'll be exposed just like Biden was exposed. Nobody knew Biden was that bad, and then he was exposed.
Something changed tonight. A ton of campaign surrogates are all of a sudden messaging around, where's Trump? Is he too old to campaign? Has anyone seen him leave the golf course? Why is Vance following around Kamala like a creepy stalker? Where's Trump? Yeah, that's why I was saying it's like stupid of them to be like Kamala Harris is like running away from making like appearances or talking to the media when she literally put boots on the ground and immediately started campaigning, like pretty aggressively. 2 campaign stops today, one in Wisconsin, one in Detroit, Michigan. It's like, what are we talking about here? Like, you're the one who's not doing the regular rallies. You're supposed to be the one who like constantly is doing massive rallies.
Where is former President Trump? Why isn't he out there campaigning?
Well, the former president is here in Palm Beach at his Mar-a-Lago resort. Why he's not campaigning, we have obviously asked the campaign when he will be out on the road again. But obviously, this is a split screen here as you see Harris and Waltz pounding the pavement in these battleground states and Vance really alone out there while Trump has been in Florida. Now,
Smith, quiet quitting, bro. Come on, don't you know Aiden Ross stream 100 million views is better than any campaign? Yeah, he's too busy talking to Aiden Ross and committing FEC campaign contribution violations. He can't be campaigning for that reason. It is a wonderful change of affairs that we went from like, where's Biden? He's so old to like, where's Donald Trump really? What's he up to?
Tried to have a series of comebacks after that, and they didn't work out too well, and they viciously overthrew him. I mean, he was overthrown in it, using every trick in the book. They overthrew him. It was pretty amazing, actually, to watch.
I want to come back to the debate. Just to close this up, you're in litigation with George Stephanopoulos on ABC. So there's right, and the judge says, yeah, this is good. The suit's going to go forward. So how could you go on ABC, especially if he's going to be one of the moderators?
Well, you could use that as an excuse. I could use that. I've said that. Is there a conflict? And, there might be George Slopadopoulos, and he's got problems, and, they've got problems. But if they're going to have I guess David Muir is going to be the host in that case.
David Muir, Felix Biederman's favorite broadcaster, the handsome man. He likes campaigning. He does it all the time. No, I think he's worried that his campaign crowds are not going to be as big as Kamala Harris's. I'm serious. I think it literally is because he's seeing all the massive crowds that they're bringing up, and he's a big ass view count Andy, just like me. Okay, from one view count Andy to the other, I feel like his ego won't let him participate in a campaign stop if that campaign stop is not going to be as big as Kamala Harris's. I'm serious.
And I'd love to see it on Fox, but it takes 2 to tango.
Well, maybe you get 2. Maybe you get 2
want
debates.
A debate. Look,
and they're also hitting that too, by the way. The Kamala Harris campaign is not posting crowd size comparisons on Trump's Truth social media platform, saying that their arena was much larger and like fully filled up in comparison to Trump. But yeah, it really hurts him. Like, it hurts his feelings a lot. And I told you this before, like, that's the one thing that he like will absolutely talk about. It's the exact same arena 1 week apart.
I think it's important for the country that we debate. Now, where it is, I'm all for Fox. I'd like to see it on Fox. I think Fox would do a really good job, but 2 people have to agree.
All right, Mr. President, let's talk about some of the issues. Mr. Waltz, Governor Waltz, said this about you, that you don't understand kitchen table issues. Listen.
Donald Trump's not fighting for you or your family. He never sat at that kitchen table like the one I grew up at, wondering how we were going to pay the bills. He sat at his country club up in Mar-a-Lago, wondering how he can cut taxes for his rich friends.
Mr. President, what's your response to that?
Well, I think it's just the opposite. I think if you see the vote, those people are all voting for me, the people that he's talking about with the kitchen table. And I was not always sitting at Mar-a-Lago either, but I was sitting at lots of other places, and built an unbelievable business, one of the greatest businesses. I built a business that is phenomenal. That's been really
Excellent strategy, sir. Thank you for addressing that you're an out-of-touch billionaire who's never had to suffer financially by doubling down on how f***ing rich you are. That's awesome. He's like, well, you know, I'm super rich. I'm super wealthy. You don't understand. Like, I have unimaginable amounts of wealth, and the average American will never be able to comprehend how much wealth I have.
Well, we're going to try and win New York, and that hasn't been done for many, many decades, as you know, but we're trying to win New York, and we're very close to doing it. And probably...
Bro, what are you on, dude? We're gonna win New York. We're very close. Bro, you are literally... First of all, you could have been. It's not even a joke. He could have been. There was a shot. If it was a Biden matchup, oh yeah, for sure. Let's check where in New York just for fun. Siena poll conducted by Siena College. 507 Long Island likely voters. Oh, by the way, this is ridiculous, dude. Long Island? Are you kidding me? That's like conducting a poll in Albany and being like, this is what the Manhattan voters think about Donald Trump. Get the out of here, Long Island. None of the islands. No Staten Island, no Long Island. Get the out of here.
Her and Gavin Newsom have destroyed, absolutely destroyed California. And what a shame. What a beautiful place it was. But it's not beautiful anymore. She cannot get away, because if she does this to...
It's just weird because he donated to her campaign twice. And as you guys know, I'm obviously, every day I walk outside and I'm just like scared for my life. I'm like, oh man, I'm going to die any moment now. I'm so brave for being able to step foot outside. Okay, let's hear what Sean Fain has to say.